Good morning and welcome to the Third Rock. Can't really sleep tonight. I'd like to share a story with you guys. Um, you know, on this walk, you never know who you're going to run into. Whether it's somebody from the past, somebody from your future. Sometimes it might be an angel. You just never know. Could be a friend, a foe, could be a demon. But I used to be a real bad drunk, and there used to be this tree that we all hang out at, and some of the homeless people would go there too. And I was homeless too from time to time, but at this particular time, I think I was staying on a ranch in a trailer. But I would always go to this tree to meet up with the people in that area that were my drinking buddies and my friends and whatnot. And there was this, every now and then a few broads would show up. And there was this one particular girl, and I cannot remember her name. She was a little heavy set. I thought she was a white chick, but I don't think she was white. She might have been Spanish. But she used to sit there underneath the tree with us, and she never drunk, but she would sit there and color and draw. And she was about late 20s, maybe early 30s. And we would smoke weed together. I would sit there and roll up a blunt, drink me my Miller High Life, and I'd let her hit the weed, chill out. She was really nice, always respectful to me. And I think I was working maybe like 15 miles away or something, and I finally got a car. And then so I wasn't always showing up there. Like I'd be there for like 6 months straight every day, kicking it with the same old crowd or whatever. We'd all meet there after work, or we'd meet there early in the morning. It was like the alcoholic crew, like the outsider crew. And it was a really itty bitty, more like a village instead of a town, in between two towns. And the area where we kicked back at underneath this tree, it was kind of like a port on dry land where all the foremen would come and meet up there and meet all their employees and give them their check, buy them beer and whatnot, because they all worked in the fields and the farms. And I was trying to get back on my feet, and I ended up getting I think it was a little Dodge Neon. And so I didn't need to go back, I was dipping back and forth, and I wasn't always just kicking back there like I normally was. And time went by, and I knew this lady for at least 2 years. Let's just say 2 years. And one day I noticed that she wasn't around anymore. I think I had moved to another town and came back. And I was asking everybody, hey, whatever happened to that one chick that used to sit right here? The little heavy set chick, the güerita, the one that looks like a white chick. And they told me her name. And they go, are you talking? I was like, you know what? I don't know her name. What does she look like? This and that. Remember, she used to draw and doodle right there next to the tree, while we're right there gambling and drinking. Yeah, it's her. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Whatever happened to her? And then some of the guys would say, she murdered that old man. I go, what old man? That dude, that one guy. Woo. You don't remember so and so? And I was like, oh shit, I haven't seen him around either. And they're like, yeah, that girl killed him. I go, that girl that I used to sit next to and smoke weed with and sit there right there and drink with almost every fucking day. They're like, yeah, bro, she's in prison right now. That's where she's been at for the past year. I said, oh my God. You're telling me that real quiet young lady that didn't bother fucking nobody. She didn't ask for nothing. She murdered somebody? They go, yeah. She waited for the old man to go to sleep and she murked him, stabbed him or something like that. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. She's like, yeah, I know. They caught her right away. She was staying at some old man's house. I was like, oh, that's crazy. I didn't know. I thought she was just there chilling and she lived down the street or something. I never really, for the 2 years that I knew her, I never asked her any of that personal stuff. I just thought she was just, good people. Yeah, we don't know what happened, and, that guy must have did something to her because she murdered that dude. And anyhow, I've been fortunate enough to live this long, and in my walk on the third rock, I've unfortunately gotten myself in trouble a few times with the law, and they always put me like in a level 4 area, and I end up becoming friends with somebody that murdered somebody. The guy that'll be sitting next to me, I'm teaching him how to play chess, or we're going back and forth on philosophy, and it turns out he's a murderer, and the guy next to me is a murderer, and my Sally's a murderer. I thank God every day, if there is a God, that I ain't never hurt anybody like that. Even though I met them kind of people, broke bread with them kind of people, sat across from them, even slept in the same rooms, cells. You never know who is capable of something like that. And I have other stories like that where I meet people like that and realize they were murderers. I don't want to put nobody on blast. They're paying for their crimes. And I have a lot of crazy little stories like this that are true. Everything I tell you, I promise you, even my AI videos, as crazy as they look, those are things that I have experienced here on the third rock. And I don't know why I just told you guys this story, but it's just been heavy on my mind lately. You never know who's standing next to you. You never know who's behind you, who's at the corner of the store with you, or in the car behind you, standing in the grocery store, or at the bus stop, or wherever you might be. It pays to be kind to people, or at least be courteous. Move on down the road. Anyhow, yeah, it pays to be kind. Because you never know who you might be standing next to or speaking to at any time or any day here on the third rock. Y'all take it easy. Safety out. Good night.